Women novelists of 19th century. The Victorian age is a great age of women novelists. Though Jane Austen started writing at the end of the 18th century, her important novels were written in the first two decades of the 19th century. Austen's novels are calm pictures of society life. She perfected the novel of family life. She had a true and deep knowledge of social life of the English middle classes. She created living characters. Her plot construction, her characterization, her irony, and satire made her a great novelist. Her first novel was Sense and Sensibility, published in 1811. Later came Pride and Prejudice, Mansfield Park, Emma, Northanger Abbey, and Persuasion. Mary Shelley, the wife of famous poet P.B. Shelley, wrote a famous novel of terror, Frankenstein, in 1880. It was started as a ghost story. The Genevan student Frankenstein makes a human body and given it life. Because of its ugliness, the monster becomes lonely and destructive. Here, The Last Man, 1826, was about the slow destruction of the human race by disease. Charlotte Bronte was brought up in Yorkshire in poor surroundings. She wrote her first novel, The Professor, 1846, in Brussels. Her next novel, Villette, was an autobiographical novel about a beautyless and moneyless teacher. Her finest novel, Jane Eyre, also described the life of a poor and beautiful girl. Along with historical tradition, her novels have a mixture of realism and romance. Charlotte's sister, Emily Bronte, and Anne Bronte also wrote novels. Emily wrote one of the greatest of English novels, Wuthering Heights. It is a tragic novel of love, revenge, and cruelty. Anne Bronte, the youngest, wrote Agnes Grey and The Tenant of the Windfall Hall. George Eliot was the pen name of Mary Ann Evans, who wrote intellectual novels. Her first novel, Adam Bede, 1859, was influenced by her childhood memories. She had the ability to draw characters and describe scenes skillfully. She also had pity and humor. Her other novels are The Mill on the Floss, Silas Marner, the historical novel Romola, and Middlemarch. Mrs. Elizabeth Gaskell used the novel as a medium of social reform. Her famous novel, Canford, was a fine picture of a life in a village. Her other novel, Mary Barton, showed deep feelings for the poor people working in the factories. Ruth was a story of an orphan girl. North and South showed the comparative English lives, the poor North and the happy South.